Welcome to Screen Hollywood, the home of movie news and entertainment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
By the power of Grayskull, I have the power! Welcome back to Screen Hollywood, everyone. If you're new here, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, and hype button so you never miss an update. Also, bookmark and subscribe to our new site at screenhollywood.com. Folks, I have to be honest with you. The classic He-Man calling phrase, I never ever thought I would say with this level of genuine, unironic excitement. For years, the live-action Masters of the Universe movie has been a Hollywood ghost story, a cursed project languishing in the deepest, darkest pits of production hell. I was ready for a disaster. The early production images that leaked looked not great. My expectations were buried somewhere deep beneath Snake Mountain. And then the trailer dropped. And I have to stand here today and admit it, I was wrong. I was so wrong. What I just witnessed was not the low-budget, creatively bankrupt cash grab I was bracing for. It was vibrant. It was epic. It looked fun. It looked like the Masters of the Universe movie we have been dreaming of for 40 years. So today, we are going to unsheath the power sword and dive deep into this trailer. Because for the first time in a very long time, I think we might actually have the power. Before we get to the glory of this new trailer, we have to talk about the long, painful journey this project has taken to get here. Because it explains why so many of us were so skeptical. This movie has been passed around Hollywood more than a hot potato. It started at Sony, then it went to Netflix where they actually cast Kyle Allen as He-Man, and then that fell apart. When a project has that many false starts, it's usually a massive red flag that there's no cohesive vision. It spells disaster. And let's be real, the franchise has been here before. We have to talk about the infamous 1987 live-action Masters of the Universe movie. That film, starring Dolph Lundgren as He-Man and a pre-Friends Courtney Cox, is a masterclass in wasted potential. It was an ambitious project, but the production team completely missed the mark on the scope and spectacle of the He-Man universe. To save money, they set almost the entire movie on Earth, in some boring suburban town. We got barely a glimpse of the magic and majesty of Eternia. Frank Langella gave us an all-time great performance as Skeletor, but it wasn't enough to save a movie that felt cheap, campy, and a little embarrassed of its own source material. It was a failure, and it has cast a long, dark shadow over every attempt to bring this world to live action ever since. That is the baggage this new film has to overcome, and that is why this new trailer feels so triumphant. The first and most important thing this trailer gets right is that it is not afraid to be Masters of the Universe. The director is Travis Knight, and this is a name that should give every fan a massive surge of confidence. This is the man who gave us the breathtakingly beautiful Kubo and the Two Strings, and, more importantly, Bumblebee. Bumblebee was the film that finally understood how to blend heart, action, and 80s nostalgia into a package that both hardcore fans and general audiences could love. That is the exact energy this franchise needs, and it is on full display here. The look of this film is just gorgeous. It's vibrant, it's colorful, it's got that high production value MCU look that makes the world feel massive and real. We are seeing Eternia in all its glory. Sweeping landscapes, futuristic castles, and bizarre creatures. This is not a movie that is hiding on Earth. It is a full-throated, unapologetic dive into the science fantasy world we know and love. It feels like what would happen if Thor Ragnarok and Dune had a baby. The visuals alone are a massive course correction from the '87 film. And then, there's the villain. My God, they did it. Skeletor looks tremendous. This is not some rubber-masked goon. This is the iconic, terrifying Lord of Destruction, ripped straight from the classic cartoon. The skull face, the hood, the commanding, malevolent presence, it's all there. A hero is only as good as his villain, and from the glimpses we got, it looks like they have absolutely nailed the single most important antagonist in the He-Man lore. They followed the cartoon to the letter, and it is glorious. But of course, none of this matters if you don't have the right hero. So let's talk about the man himself, Prince Adam, He-Man, played by Galitzine. Now, I'll admit, when I first heard this casting, I was skeptical. This is the guy from Red, White, and Royal Blue and The Idea of You. He's built a career on being the charming rom-com prince. So the question was, can the rom-com prince become the Prince of Eternia, the most powerful man in the universe? Well, after this trailer, my answer is a resounding yes. Galitzine looks incredible. He is absolutely ripped, he has the look, and more importantly, he has the presence. When he holds up that power sword and shouts the iconic line, I got chills. It felt earned, it felt powerful. This isn't just a guy in a costume. It looks like he has truly embodied the dual nature of the character, the slightly unsure Prince Adam and the godlike warrior He-Man. This is a star-making role, and I think they have found the perfect actor to do this classic character justice. Just a side note, the Screen Hollywood team has noticed there has been rumors and backlash flying around like wildfire that this movie is going to be woke as hell. In one scene in the trailer, we see He-Man at his desk, and under his name, we see pronoun he, him. There's no need to freak out with this. It's a joke. It's poking fun at our society. Back to the production. So you have a visionary director who respects the source material. You have a massive, vibrant world that is being fully realized. You have an iconic, terrifying villain, and you have a perfectly cast hero. All the pieces are in place for this to be a massive hit, and the studio knows it. Amazon MGM and Mattel have slated this for a June 2026 release. That is a prime, confident summer blockbuster slot. They are not hiding this movie in the dumping grounds of January or September. They are planting their flag and declaring that He-Man is ready to play in the big leagues. And I believe he is. I fully expect this adaptation to be a massive commercial and critical success, and to do what the 1987 film could only dream of, launching a brand new epic franchise for a new generation. This looks like the adventure we have been waiting for, a film that finally understands that the source material isn't something to be ashamed of, but something to be celebrated. What do you guys think? After seeing this trailer, do you have the power? Are you as hyped as I am? And who do you want to see cast as characters like Man-at-Arms or Teela? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more from Screen Hollywood. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the movies.